Hello and welcome back everybody. This is round 6 of the Honda Integra Touring Car League here at vrroom.org, the home of online motorsport. I'm David Higgins. I'm going to take you through the entire race. We are in the heart of Germany at the Nürburgring for this one on the GP6 circuit, which is 2.26 miles long, shorter than its bigger brother. The longest straight is 0.39 of a mile and the elevation difference is 108.9 feet. So, without further ado, you guys will be noticing that round 5 is missing, so we just need to do a quick Photoshop resume to put you in the picture and see what happened in round 5. So, this is how the cars lined up at round 5. It was run at Montegui on the same evening, of course, which was the 9th of March 2014. DM took pole position, his second pole position of the season so far, and that's the picture there of the full grid, looking wonderful. So as the race progressed, DM was able to stay in the lead, only just from the heavy mob that was behind him. But unfortunately for Jordan, there was drama midway through the race where Jordan lost it into the first corner, and he ended up over there, very prettily parked himself in the sandbank there on the left. Very easy to do, unfortunately. But with all the mid-pack squabbling, as you can see up the road there, that guy there, Maddock, was gifted a gap again. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time at the moment. All credit to him. Very good for Maddock indeed. So there's the reason why Maddock was able to get the gap. Jordan, having said that, fought his way all the way back to the field, as you can see there. So number 22 Jordan in the middle was right up there fighting for the top spots. But it really was all about this man here. As you see, Maddock taking a second back-to-back win. He was victorious in Silverstone at round 4 and also at round 5. And there's a wonderful shot of him taking the checkered flag. The next two down the road were Fabia and DM. So Fabia came second and DM came third. So straight back to the action now at Nürburgring. So a maximum 30 points being taken by Maddock on the last 2 rounds. Well done, all credit to Maddock. Now, how does the grid line up here at the Nürburgring? So, on row 1 we've got a second consecutive pole position and third of the season for DM, followed up by Cool Rides. Behind him there we have Maddock, the defending champion, and a very quick competitive Jordan. That's nice to see back up there. Followed by Billy the Stig on the next row with Genobi following up, looking a little bit more competitive this time. Number 55 there is Fabia, and Yum Yum racing hard there as well on the left of the screen. Now we've got number 4 GPS Hatcher and Race 42 on the next, and then following up last but not least, with the absence of Badger and Mustard, we've got Wonderwall. So let's see how this one pans out. So they're ready to go, but as usual here at the Nürburgring we've got an extremely bad camera angle, so my apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. But we're looking at pole sitter, VR DMJ32, fastest man on track seemingly from qualifying at the moment. Second consecutive pole, will he be able to hold that off the start from Cool Rides and Maddock? Cool Rides immediately launching himself down the inside of the circuit there. So into the first corner, DM chopping them off, Maddock's going around the outside or trying to. DM's apexed the corner beautifully and has managed to sustain his lead up the hill, round into turn 3 and 4. So Jordan a little bit wide there in the background. DM has broke away, so can he maintain this? Everybody on cold tyres, of course, so it's extremely tentative the first lap. You're trying to find out where the grip levels are and you know, and where you can brake, etc. Because as the cars develop and heat up, you start to get more confidence with your tyres and your brakes, and of course the racing brake kits on these Honda Integras. So DM leading from Cool Rides, from Maddock, from Jordan, from Billy. So no change, the top 5 have all held position. What a wonderful shot as you see them whipping down the back straight. It's the bottom loop that's missing off this circuit, of course. We've already run at the Nürburgring this season, but it was a full F Grand Prix circuit. This is the D circuit, slightly shorter. So DM's lost that advantage now, so Cool Rides is tight behind as they break into the chicane for the first time. So it's very close stuff. DM's car immediately going defensive. We've got Cool Rides tacked up behind. Jordan's in the mix as well, and I think that's Maddock, and Cool Rides looking like he might break round the outside here. DM covering off the inside line very, very well though. Jordan is up into 4th position. Oh no, he was already in 4th position, my apologies. But side by side, we're going to have to go back to this one. Side by side is DM and Cool Rides not giving each other an inch at all. Billy the Stig has dropped back a little bit with Shinobi. There's a break now. I think Hatcher has got up into 7th place, I think, by the looks of that. So it's a very good start from Hatcher. Started in 9th, so it's a two place grid improvement here. So well done. That's very good stuff. On lap 2 we are now. Time to get the telemetry up. So the race order is VRDM from Cool Rides, from Maddock, from Jordan 22, from Billy the Stig, from Genobi, from Fabia, from Hatcher, from Wonderwall, and Race 42. Now, somebody's dropped out here. I'm just going to find out who that is. We're watching this action as we see them going side by side again. Now, it is possible to outbrake round the outside here, but Cool Rides is thinking wise off here, backing off slightly. Oh, this is very, very close stuff. I don't want to look away and try to give you some information on this. I'm going to find out who's missing. Just bear with me a sec. It is Yum Yum. Unfortunately, Yum Yum has left this race. I'm not quite sure why. In fact, we may well be able to get a little look at that. Let me just try to find where Yum Yum is at this moment in time. Sorry about the black screen. We'll go back on the start for Yum Yum because I want to find out what happened to him, because he was in 8th. So let's go on board with his car just to see the start again. My apologies for this, but I think this is important because I want to know where he's gone. It might have just been a disconnection, but it could have been an incident. So behind Yum Yum, we've got GBS Hatcher, Race 42 and Wonderwall. So was it a good start from Yum Yum? We're on lap, this is lap 1 of the race, a replay of the start of course. I'll fast forward back to lap 3 so we can catch up with the action. Now behind we've got Race 42 and Wonderwall, and to the side there we've got GBS Hatcher, so it's all looking quite spaced out at the moment for Yum Yum. And good even braking. Where's Race 42? Has Race 42 gone? Oh no, Race 42's there. Wonderwall tight behind, so it's all nice and clean round here as well. Interesting watching it battling from the mid-pack. All the boys have been behaving themselves there. Oh, and there's a clunk from Mr. 42. I think he might have outbraked himself or gone for a gap there, and then was abruptly closed off. Now, has that caused damage to the car? It has. That's given instant damage, unfortunately, which is a great shame. Fabia is off there up at the top. Mr. CD is still putting him under pressure here. So let's just have a watch. I think there's possibly something to do with this, and then he's on the inside with a bump wide and a clunk. And has that pushed him off circuit? No, it hasn't, but I think that might have damaged his car even more. So, oh, it looks like he's called that a day. And it has. That's really damaged his car. So very, very unlucky for Fabia there. Very unlucky for Fabia. Not for Fabia, I beg your pardon, for Yum Yum. My apologies, Yum Yum. Can't pit, of course, because of the ridiculous lag spikes. It looks maybe like Mr. CD was being a little bit aggressive, although there was a bit of space to put his nose in, so maybe Yum Yum could have given him a bit of leeway on that. But I think that's something that the Marshal VR Official 59 will have to look into very seriously indeed. So, we'll go back on with the leaders and we'll fast forward now to lap 5. It's now lap 5 of 12. So leading the race still is DM from Maddock, from Jordan, from Billy, as we see them on lap 5 coming down to the heavy braking zone for the first corner. So yeah, the Marshals will definitely have to look at that one and have a little chat amongst themselves and try to sort out whether they think it was a racing incident. But you know, it's a hard one to call, to be fair. I mean, we can all say that the boys need to be less aggressive, more aggressive, etc., etc. But there comes a point, there comes a cut-off point eventually, doesn't there? Really, you know, you're either racing or you're not, but you've got to keep it as fair as possible. So it's a very difficult one to call. and it is a very, very bumpy league. And if you give somebody, you know, give someone an engine that will take a mile, some people say that's a good thing, some people say that's a bad thing. I'm personally nonplussed about it, because sometimes it works out good, sometimes it doesn't. But it certainly is. It certainly is. Although it's a non-contact sport, there is a lot of bumping and rubbing in this. I've said it before in the other videos, but it's always going to be the same in this class of car, particularly around the tight circuit like this. So, meanwhile, DM defending hard from Maddock now on lap 5 of 12. And doing a very good job of hopping over those curbs. He'll go tight here. I think we'll go on board with Maddock, just to even up the score a little bit. Jordan doing very well in the background there. And oh, DM nearly. Oh, DM was proper going defensive then, but he backed out of it for fear of doing a Michael Schumacher on Rubens Barrichello, I think it was. That was unbelievable stuff. DM just backed out of that defensive move on the last minute. Good job he did, because it would have caused a collision. But that's put him down in third now. But he's up on the inside of Jordan, as we see Maddock again going for his third victory now. Billy's in on the action here with Ginobili. It's good to see Ginobili back up there. He seems to have fallen off slightly. I wonder if what I said on the last video was right, whether he did hop out and maybe change the oil in it, or stiffen the body rigidity, or something, just to make the car a little bit quicker. You know, Ginobili's a double winner himself, and he's very, very competitive. Races with a G27 and a full H-box with a clutch, so I take my hat off to the guy. That's something that I'm certainly not capable of doing. Something I don't want to try doing either, because I fear I will be round the back. I'll stick to my RSF paddle shifters any day of the week, I'm afraid. But well played to Ginobili. Now Jordan's got a break. Jordan's got out in the front. I snoozed and I lose then. I missed that one. So it's seemingly looking almost like 5 abreast as we see Ginobili trying to outbrake DM, and DM's just chopping the nose off. No contact between the two of them. They kept that very fair indeed, which is very good stuff to see. So, Mr. 22 from Essex is out there in the lead of the race. It's about time we saw Jordan up the front, because he's not been having all that much good luck, particularly at Montegui there, where we saw him spin off on the video stills earlier on. And he's not been quite as fast as he used to be. Now I think, it's just my opinion, but I think it's because we all know that Jordan's just switched to a G27 from a Logitech Driving Force GT wheel, and of course with a different weight on the pedal sets, etc. he may still be struggling to get used to it, because what I find anyway is, once I've been racing with a particular pedal set, if I switch to another pedal set, it can be very, very difficult to adjust to it, you know, when you've got sort of years worth of experience with racing with one little bit of kit. So it's exactly the same in the real world, I suppose. When you get, you know, put into a new team or a new car, you've got to adjust. But he is a quality player, Jordan, and he always will be. Multiple VR Room champion, of course, as well. So he's deservedly leading this race, and that's all credit to him, to be fair. So it's Jordan now from Billy from DM. Further back then, Cool Rides is by himself, Hatcher is by himself, and everyone else is by themselves. So I'm afraid, guys, that the main battle is here, up the front, as we see them going for lap 7 of 12. I love this camera angle. Oh, everyone over the curbs, but it's to be expected. Everyone's car's looking very stiff as they go across there as well. I myself favour quite a stiff setup. Billy the Stig mounting a bit of the pavement on the inside there as they come across the start-finish line. So I think it'll be worth looking at the lap timings. Fastest lap of the race is Ginobili. Just as I said with his old G27 and his H-box, Ginobili is the man on form. He's in 5th place, but he's the fastest guy on track. So very well played to Ginobili, and it's only 0.7 of a second from Billy to Jordan, so it's by no means won this race. You know, Jordan hasn't got away with it, not yet anyway. So if we look at the lead 3 there, Jordan, Billy and DM. DM again all over the back of Billy. Billy's done very well here actually, because he started 5th. So Billy's done well to get himself up in 2nd place. That's a very impressive drive from Billy. He does like to drive through the field, Billy. He's not always the quickest in qualifying, but he likes to drive through that field. So good stuff. So we've got Jordan from Billy, from DM, from Maddock, from Ginobili. Quite a short lap here, only 1 minute 30, so 12 laps, so we've got 4 laps to go, and it's all hotting up. I've said before, how long will the boys keep their cool for before they start really going for the gaps that exist? After all, oh, DM nearly spun it. Now that's going to put him into the clutches straight away. If Maddock, oh, and DM's gone wide. That's a bad mistake from DM. Nobody to blame but himself for that one. He tends to be just out driving the car at the minute, which is a great shame, but that's put him down in 5th. So that looks like a game over for DM. That's a very unfortunate mistake. I think that curb just spit him wide. But that's one of those things, unfortunately. It's tough at the top, and you've got to be the best to race here at VR Room. It takes consistency, it takes a lot of thought, and it takes a lot of concentration. And yeah, DM slipped up there. That's his own fault. So Jordan still doing a very tidy job. He is pulling out from Billy, but the closest battle here is these two guys, which is Maddock and Ginobili. Now, it doesn't look like Maddock's going to get the 3 wins that he obviously wanted, but he's going to pick up some pretty decent points, 10 points for finishing 3rd if he can keep Ginobili at bay as they go under the Audi R8 bridge now. Missing out the downhill section on this tight double right-hander as they accelerate up the hill. Ginobili is a very, very calculated driver, so if he sees a gap he'll have it, but he'll weigh up the opposition first, and he won't just go for it when the first opportunity arises. He'll wait and bide his time very sensibly, and it gives him some good performances. So Ginobili will be getting the slipstream, and if ladies and gentlemen you don't know what the slipstream is, that's when the car in front punches a hole in the air and your car gets sucked along, so it uses less power and it gets a little bit of overrun and overspeed. So Maddock and Billy is pulled away actually. So Maddock is all over the back of Billy now. Billy must have made a bit of a mistake. So Jordan seemingly looking like he may win his 2nd victory here today. I'm just going to try and get the telemetry up so I can confirm that. I'm pretty sure Jordan's only won 1 before. I'm just going to put my password in again on my machine. So bear with me a sec, guys. So what does the laptop tell me at this moment in time? It tells me that Jordan has 1 win, so Jordan's going out for his 2nd victory. And Jordan is 2nd place in the championship as of round 3, so he had 29 points to Billy the 6. So this is looking very favourable for Jordan indeed, but he did have that bad result on the last round. Oh, DM going wide again in the background. It's just desperation now from DM. I think he's having one of those bad nights, to be honest with you. We all have him. So we're on lap 10 of 12 now. It's terribly exciting as we're seeing Maddock under lots of pressure from Billy. Maddock has managed to nab Billy while I was looking down on a laptop, so I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? I think this championship now, it's been blown wide open because there's been lots of good performances but lots of inconsistencies from a lot of people. And I'm really can't wait to see where that leaves the title chances. Now, I won't be able to put that up on screen, unfortunately, because I'm very efficient nowadays and it's not been uploaded onto the screen, but I'll give you an update when we come to do round 7. Okay, I'll give you an update on where the title is, but it is going to be very close between Jordan, Maddock, Billy, Ginobili, DM and Mustard. But unfortunately with Mustard not tallying up for today through internet issues, he'll still be on a lonely 26 points. So if you like what you're seeing, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel on whatever device you're watching. I'll go down to www.vrroom.org, have a look and check us out on the site. And also please follow me at _DigitalDave on Twitter. It will be greatly appreciated indeed. It's a pleasure to do these races and it's a pleasure to bring them to you. So Ginobili is all over the back of Billy. It's a proper 3-way ding-dong. Jordan was going to win this race, I would have thought. We've got 1 more lap to go unless he bins it. So we're watching the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. There's no other battling. I'm just looking at the telemetry up in the top left of your screen where the arrows go around the circuits and nobody else is close together at all. There's no battling going on at all, nothing to report. Oh no, actually there is, I beg your pardon, with Wonderwall and race 42, so it'll be worth just giving them that little bit of airtime. Wonderwall and race 42, it's for the last couple of points here, but they're having a right old ding-dong battle. Now they have both picked up damage, but they were involved in that collision, both of them, with Yum Yum on the opening lap. Interesting. Oh, Cool Rides. Cool Rides, what's happened to Cool Rides? Now then, hang on. I want to find out here, because wasn't Cool Rides... Oh no, I beg your pardon. Cool Rides was out of the equation. I was getting far too excited. My apologies, indeed, for that. So we'll go back on board with the leaders. So we're watching Jordan now on lap 12 of 12. Just come across to win the race from Maddock, from Billy, and from Genobi. So my apologies for that. I was just getting overexcited with Cool Rides. So another second win now for Jordan. That's going to do his title chances a world of good. So it's Jordan, Maddock and Billy. Well played everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Dave Higgins and you have been great.